Hey guys, it's Audio D.
And the beef.
We're going to talk about PC Gaming's press conference. Which
Yeah.
wasn't really a press conference. It was more of a bunch of interviews strung together.
There's a shitload of interviews strung together.
I could barely keep fucking track of all of it.
We didn't even get to watch the whole thing, but we will nonetheless, report on everything.
Yeah. So, okay. First thing we did saw Wilson's heart. You were talking about Wilson's heart?
Yeah, it's like a VR thing. He's got a headset and he got the little hand thingies. And apparently, like, the movement is, and it's like a black and white drama type deal.
Oh, okay.
It's very interesting that they made a VR game in black and white. And basically, like, when you look around the room, you, like, see silhouettes of your character standing around, depending on where you're looking, and you move to that place by blinking?
Huh. You, the player?
Yeah.
Oh.
You, like, blink to signal that, oh, yeah, I want to move over to where I'm currently looking. And, like, you'll, like, zip all the way across the room to where your silhouette is currently stationed. And then, like, using the hand pieces, you literally, like, reach out and, like, grab, like, a doorknob, and then you have to turn the doorknob and then open the door. Or, like, you can pick up like, they showed off an example of, like, he picked up a comic book off of a coffee table and he was flipping through it.
That's awesome. That sounds interesting. They definitely got, like, and all of the conferences together definitely kind of made me turn a corner on VR. Like, I'm still not super hype about it. But
they had
it looks interesting.
They had these really interesting, like, almost glove-like peripherals for controlling the hands of your character in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really interesting.
They had, like, gloves or, like, handles for, like, most of the headsets.
Yeah.
My problem, though, with all these VR headsets, and I guess, you know what, we'll have a big wrap-up at the end of this. Probably on Tuesday evening. We'll have a big wrap-up to talk about the main core of all of these things, the winners, the losers, how we feel about the majority of things, and etc. So I won't get into that here. So let's just move on to Arc, which has poop and mate buttons. And then my notes say Lenny face. So Arc, you can play as different animals, and you can run around
in the new Arc DLC.
New Arc. Oh, it's DLC.
Yeah, the new Arc DLC lets you play as animals now, whereas before you could only play as the people.
I want to play as Wolf.
And you have to worry about other players who are hunting animals and stuff, I guess. And there's a designated poop button, and there's also a designated mate button. You can get jiggy with it. And
yeah.
The monkeys have the ability to throw poop.
They do, which is like, it's real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Giant Cop looks really cute. I thought it was adorable. I mean, it'll probably be something on maybe a Steam sale, but not something that I'm gonna just run out and get like a day of.
Yeah, Giant Cop looks really fucking interesting and funny.
Yeah, it does. It looks silly and fun, like a good time. Mountain Blade 2, which is Castle Defense for real, is what I wrote in my notes.
But yeah, basically with Giant Cop, it's like you solve crimes, but you are literally like this gigantic invisible.
Well, no, you're visible.
Well, your glasses and hat and gloves are, but the rest of you is not. And you're like literally like 50 stories tall, and you're trying to solve crimes.
Yeah, I love the part where he takes his magnifying glass, looks at a guy, and then boots him into the ocean with the magnifying glass. Schmuck. Yeah, tennis
I found the thief. Thwack.
I've dealt with the thief. That was cool. I like that. But let's talk about Mountain Blade with the castle defense.
Yes.
I like the idea of this game just being a castle defense game.
It looks super cool.
And then they were like, guess what? It's not just a castle defense game.
It's open world.
And it's like, oh, shit, okay.
Alright, shit.
I mean, I didn't need that, but that's fine.
I was okay with it being two teams pitted against each other. One team has to defend the castle, the other has to storm it.
Me too, yeah.
With a realistic simulation there.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing now. Shrugs. I wrote in my notes, I hate the PC setup. It looks like an 80s public access show. Yeah, I'm fine with the interview setup, but having the desk there, and the guy in the suit, and then having these weird red and black lines, it looked like public access in the 80s. Yeah. I don't know. They needed a fern.
I wasn't a very big fan of the red lines either, but I liked the desk because it made it look like a late night talk show.
Late night talk show video game conference.
Yeah.
Each conference was distinctly different, which was good for them. Alright, so...
Welcome to Jimmy Fallon, let's talk about games.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Sci-Fi Dark Souls is the surge, is what they were calling it. Directly calling your games another game, but in this genre, is kind of a death knell for the game, I think. It's like we don't have any confidence in this game. So imagine if Dark Souls was sci-fi.
Was it not made by the same people?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
I thought it was made by the same people, although I might have missed I missed whether or not it was. But if it is, then them saying that is like, oh shit.
Yeah, but if it's not, it's like, oh.
Yeah, you're trying to be Dark Souls.
Yeah.
But with like sci-fi robots, scary robot monsters instead of scary like skeleton monsters.
Yeah, the thought process into coming up with this game was Dark Souls, what if sci-fi? Huh? Huh? So yeah, maybe that'll be good. I don't know. Lawbreakers. It's an LA that's the LA Ice-T Future Cops. The trailer is overwhelming. Western Overwatch with cursing and gore.
It reminds me of a of like a deathmatch version of a game that was for the Xbox 360, I think it was. That was like you were cops, but you had like superpowers. I can't remember what the hell it was called.
Yes,
it was like
yes.
an early release.
I know exactly what game you're talking about.
It looks like it makes like a deathmatch version of that.
You were like cops with superpowers, and like the game was really fucked up. Like it was really glitchy. Like I remember we had problems punching a car or something like that.
Yeah.
We were superpower cops. Yeah, it looks like that as a multiplayer game. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember the name of that game.
I think it might be set in the same universe.
Probably.
I mean, the art style was almost exactly the same too.
Yeah.
So
I love how he was like, "Hey, it's more Western. The other game looks like an anime. This one has gore and cursing."
yeah, I know. He tried to insult Overwatch by saying, "Oh, like, oh, it's for anime fans. This is for the real men or whatever."
This is for Westerners. God damn it!
Yeah.
We don't have fucking samurais. We have cops and Ice-T.
Yeah, we don't have differentiated characters. All of our guys are the same.
Yeah. But they have like a bionic commando mechanic where you can swing on things.
I mean, they're not all the same, but they all have that same. Not like
it's cops and
they're
robbers.
close enough that it's harder to differentiate them.
Yeah. With Overwatch, each individual character looks like an individual.
Like there's some slight differences between the characters in this game, Lawbreakers or whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, how can you not tell the difference between these two characters, even though they're both wearing the exact same color and are about the same size? This guy has slightly different armor than that person.
Yeah.
This guy has his fucking his sleeves rolled up. How can't you tell he's not the same thing as that guy?
Yeah, and I think because they're cops wearing uniforms, maybe, but that doesn't help. And you had these characters, like, the trailer, like I said, was overwhelming. Thanks. The trailer was overwhelming. There was a lot of shit just bouncing off of shit in the background. I'm like, what is going on? What is happening? And it was just a bunch of shit everywhere. So you had that. Next one, Serious Sam is going to VR, which I think is a perfect place for it.
It's a good place for it.
Yeah.
I could do without the floating hands. I mean, I'm not going to play it anyway. I'm not really big into the VR stuff. But, like, and the floating hands is kind of weird. Or the floating guns. There isn't even hands.
Yeah. I don't know why they're doing that, but they are. And let's see, the VR lady is the most cool person they have out here, is what I wrote down in my notes here. And I mentioned
doing her job.
Yeah, I mentioned this in the future Ubisoft reaction thing that we did. See, we're in the past and the future. But there was a woman that came on and she was talking about graphics cards, and she was talking about backpack VR thing. She was the most legit person that I've seen this entire week, this entire weekend. Yes, I think the PlayStation people came off as organic and human, but she was like so organic and so human. I was like, man, I want more of this woman. And she had to be like, you know, she was like, she had to be middle aged. Her hair was like graying.
She was just passionate about the technology she was presenting. That's about it.
But she didn't seem fake and over the top and cringy.
She wasn't trying to be cool. She was just like, I am a lady who knows about this thing. Let me tell you about this thing.
Yeah.
The end.
And she came off as cool and down to earth. She wasn't
Very straightforward.
She wasn't trying to make memes happen. Yeah. She was professional, but not a business robot. You know? Mm-hmm. And I appreciated her a lot. So, yeah, you had that. Ghost Guy, The Darkness, More Dark, The Darkening, Super Dark, it might be the trailer, Vampire is the game I'm referring to. Those are all the little notes I took. Yeah, it's a game about, it looks kind of like Constantine, but he's a ghost, but he's a vampire because it's the title of the game, I guess. And it's like The Darkness, you said, and I don't know what's happening. The trailer was super dark.
Yeah. It looks very similar to The Darkness, or even fucking hell, or even Dishonored 2. Like the one kill move he does on the one guy looks almost identical to the thing that she does with the shadow.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
It's almost the exact same.
The same fucking
The only
move.
difference is his involves a spike.
Oh shit!
His involves a shadow spike instead of just ripping the guy in half.
Saying it's more Western because of gore,
Uh-huh.
cursing maybe.
I'm not gonna make fun of this game for what the guy said about the other game.
I know. There was a spike though.
There was a spike.
That made a
The
difference.
shadow spike just...
Yeah, I was like, the darkening, super dark. Next game on the list here is Killing Floor 2. It's a content pack, so you can play as monsters now, and there's a more focus on long range attacks.
And they added a couple new monsters.
And you can do VR as well.
As well as a new player class for the humans and a new character for the humans.
And a new gun, I think.
And a couple new guns, and you can play as monsters. If you couldn't do that before, then you can play as more monsters.
Yeah, I think this is new because they kind of talked about it like it was new. There's a lot of games at the PC conference. Like I said, it was super fucking long, so we're trying to get through this.
We're rushing.
Let's get through this. Super Hot. It's on VR now. I think Super Hot is made for that, right? Like,
especially because they showed some abilities in the VR version that you don't have in the default version, like being able to like roll your punches before throwing a fist.
yeah, you can do fisticuff fists, or you can
throw an item from one hand to the other.
You are more in control of the Super Hot person, which is better because
That's the idea.
yeah, playing it on a keyboard, there's a disconnect, and so I think that the VR is the way this game should be played.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this game is perfect for VR, and I can't wait to. I want to play VR, but again, we'll talk about that in the wrap up.
Super
Well,
hot.
super hot. All right, so let's see what other notes I have here. Tyranny, Diablo clone is what I wrote.
It looks like a Diablo clone, but like going the opposite direction, where you are the bad guys and you're trying to take down the good guys.
Yeah, you're trying to maintain your tyranny.
Other than that, it just looks like like a Diablo clone. It looks like a top-down dungeon crawler RPG.
Yeah.
Which I know that like it's not fair to call the entire genre a Diablo clone, but this game actually looked like Diablo.
Yeah, so it was like
Like the graphics were almost exactly the same.
yeah.
And the aesthetic of the environments looked almost exactly the same. The only difference is this time you're playing as the demons and the guys who work for the evil guy.
That's it, it's the difference. The trailer looked okay. It looked very much like the Diablo fucking cutscenes. So, yeah, what can you say, really?
It's literally a Diablo clone.
Yeah.
The
The next game is greater than observer underscore. My note says, Fear Hack Cyberpunk Eastern European. So, yeah, this is like a cyberpunk hacking game in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, you like hack into other people's and learn what their fears are or something.
Yeah, you hack their fears.
And someone does that to you as well, so things get scary because you hallucinate because people hack into your brain and show you shit you're scared of.
Yeah.
Which I'm wondering if there's like a thing you have to fill out at the beginning of the game, like what are your phobias, so that the game can fuck with you more.
You're like, I'm scared of heights, and then guess what? You're standing on a cloud. Ah!
I'm scared of spiders. Guess what? Spiders everywhere.
Yeah.
Or
Or I'm scared of commitment, and then there's a wife that shows up.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll put my hand on
No, you don't.
on the beef shoulder.
Don't do it. All right.
The next thing is Drop Zone, and then I wrote in my notes RTS plus MOBA. That's what they said.
I honestly don't remember Drop Zone
Yeah. There you are.
earlier, so you have to comment on this one by yourself.
It's an RTS game. It was very sci-fi. That's all I got from it. It was a sci-fi RTS.
All right.
And they were talking about how RTSs are great and we love them. The guy was very forceful about his love of them and how everybody should love RTSs.
Well, I'm glad he does.
Arma 3 Apex. I didn't write any notes. I just said Arma 3 Apex.
I guess it's another RTS?
Maybe.
If it's the robot thing, then yeah. If it's the thing with the mechs,
Maybe.
that really narrows it down at this E3, doesn't it?
Oh man, this E3 was fucking robots. We'll talk about that more later.
This E3 was full of two things. One of which was mechs.
Yeah. Alright.
One of which was robots in general.
Robots. The next one on here is I wrote the Turing test. New betterer portal with guns on Europa.
Yes, so this is one I was actually excited for.
Yeah.
Not because I knew about it in advance, but because like when I saw it, I was like, that is literally Portal with a different gun. I am so in.
Yeah. And in space.
And in space.
We're on space.
In space.
So I thought that was great. It looks good.
Space.
Space. This looks really good. I'm hyped for it. I'm excited to watch you play it because I'm sure you're going to be like methodical.
I love the first person puzzles.
Oh yeah.
Those are so good. I love them.
Uh,
You pick up the block, put down the block. I did it.
You accomplished the test.
Hooray!
Next thing I have on here is Overland. Road trip game, customizable, tameable animals, post-apocalyptic. So, yeah, that game was really cute looking. It had a very unique, like cute little cubey kind of style.
Yeah, it is, and apparently every single like you move from cube to cube, and it doesn't show you what the next cube you're moving to is because when you get there, it's randomized. You can run into any kind of random loot or random shaped road or random enemies. You just generally don't know.
Yeah. It said, like, road trips are stressful, I think it said was the tagline.
Yeah, because, like, the whole idea is you're on a road trip trying to get across the U.S.,
But it's
and you don't know, and
post-apocalyptic.
it's post-apocalyptic, and you don't know what you're going to run into, because the game literally every single time will randomize something different.
And you have to get supplies and live.
Or at least that's the idea behind the game.
As well as drive. So I thought that was interesting. You have to get gas, I guess.
And you can tame animals.
Yeah, you can tame animals.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw him, the little character in his cute little art style. I'm pretty sure I saw him tame a wolf at some point, who hopped into the car and then drove along with him.
Yeah. It's really cute. It's really cute.
Yeah.
I will say that. It's adorable. I wrote down Dual Universe, sci-fi MMO. That's it. That's all I wrote down.
Yeah, dual universe thing is like the guy was like being pressed to answer what the game was and just spoke in circles about how game is everything.
That was so fucking frustrating. They were like, so what's the game? The game is all games. You can do anything. And it's like, okay, so what can you do? Whatever you want. You create the content. What does that mean?
Game is infinite. Game is whatever game you want it to be. You excited for other game at E3? Play it in my game instead.
Make your game in my game. My game is all game.
Please buy my game.
make your game in my game. Play your game. Buy my game.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, dude. Sure. What is this game? All games. What do you got? What do you not get? And it's like, fine. All right, great. Excellent.
It was really frustrating.
Yeah.
Because like I wanted more like of a straightforward answer of like what is at least the genre of this fucking game. Because all we got was sci-fi, MMO, maybe MMO, definitely sci-fi. Beyond that, who fucking knows?
Yeah. I wrote down, they talked about mouses and keyboards. This is when I decided, I'm gonna go do the laundry.
Which, I know we're gonna be probably thumbed down into oblivion for this, but like, I'm gonna say it anyway. I know the majority of people who play PC games prefer their mouse and keyboard. That's great. That's great. I personally prefer controllers. Always will.
Yeah, same.
But here's the thing. This is a E3 conference for PC gamer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to talk up the mouse and keyboard. You are shouting into a bubble.
Yeah, you're shouting into an echo chamber.
You're shouting into an echo chamber.
Everybody you're talking to, besides us, loves mouse and keyboards already. We don't need this fucking big long video about mouse and keyboard are the way to play.
And those of us who don't, you won't be able to convince, so don't bother.
Yeah, and I guess that them trying to sell mouse and keyboard sets.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I guess, but goddamn.
And as you can tell by the speed that we've been running through these damn games, they had announced and shown so much shit that they could have really helped by not including this pointless montage of how great keyboard and mouse controls are.
Yeah, and it also would have helped their last few games because we would have actually stayed around and watched them because we didn't have to duck out for the Ubisoft.
Yeah. But I guess it's just it's a montage put out there for the keyboard and mouse elitists out there. You know who you are, who just want validation about how good and hardcore they are.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard is the best. Whatever you do is fucking lame sauce.
Which maybe it is for you, but like I don't know. I feel like a lot of people who have I feel like there's a lot of people who have the superiority complex about it, and that's who this video package was made for.
Yeah, it was not made for me. It was. It's telling the people who already like it that it's great. So no, nobody cared. Nobody cared. I'm really quickly filling out my bingo card here when we're talking about this. There was some more stuff that was included, but because we don't have like any idea of what these things are, I'm gonna read some notes from Destructoid that covered it. So
Yeah, the Giant Bomb guys apparently put together a list.
well, Destructoid
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Destructoid.
Destructoid. They put together a. I'll still go check out Giant Bomb if you want.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they put together a list of all the stuff that we weren't able to stick around to see, so we'll rhyme that off for you because we want to keep you and have you give us view time. Thanks. That's
And also,
great.
we want you to know, like, we don't know about this stuff, but just mentioning what this stuff is called, you may check it out on your own. So you have
Scroll up there.
no, it starts. This is a Turing test. Overland, Dual Universe.
Oh, there wasn't that much more after.
No.
Okay.
Insurgency developer announces Day of Infamy, a World War II FPS. Okay, awesome.
Another World War II FPS. Okay, that sounds cool, but like, I'm curious what that looks like. I mean, this is just a list we're looking at here, so we unfortunately didn't get to see footage.
It's an FPS, so I'm assuming
Then again,
top down.
for all we know, they didn't show us footage, and they just were like, "Oh, here's a cinematic trailer."
That's true.
Just keep in mind, take these next things that we say with a grain of salt because we didn't actually see it.
We're just judging it based on totally what it says, like really quick on the top. It says here, another one is, watch this new Mirage trailer with your face before it gets chopped off. I've heard of Mirage. That's familiar as shit to me, for some reason.
That is the medieval style war game. We did see it on one of the other showcases, I think.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like, oh, there's magic and swords and sorcery, and it's
Oh, yes.
first-person team-based combat.
I remember now. Okay, yeah.
That looks really interesting. The art
it
style
looks
is kind of funky, not funky bad, but just kind of funky interesting.
Yeah. I remember that now. Okay, makes sense.
Everything looks all like everything looks like it's made out of shards, if that makes sense. So it's like really weird looking art style. It's really cartoony, but like the faces and things are made look like they're made out of broken glass. It's really weird, but really cool looking.
I'm interested to check out more of it. Mages of Mistralia shows you, allows you to create your own magic spells.
All right.
Okay, cool shit. Fine. And Warframe is adding a Quidditch-looking sports mode. That's hilarious, considering Warframe looks really scary.
Now I'm curious what the hell it is because it can't. I doubt it's literally Quidditch. So what could be within Warframe that is Quidditch could be Quidditch-esque?
I don't know. Because Quidditch, like, I haven't
I
played
know nothing
Warframe.
about Warframe. You're gonna have to explain.
Warframe just looks scary as shit. Like, nobody has faces, and they're kind of like cyborg dolls. It's really scary looking.
So it's sci-fi.
Yeah, it's sci-fi.
So I guess maybe they're flying around on like jetpacks, passing
Maybe.
around a ball.
Maybe. I have no idea. But that's cute. They added a cute little sports mode. And I'm
Rocket
sure
boots,
there's going to be maybe rocket boots.
Maybe both.
I'm sure it'll probably be a fun streaming game for like Twitch. Will probably have a lot of streaming game footage of it probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's
Okay.
PC Gamer.
Trying to get into that esports money.
Yeah.
Let's make a sport that can only be played through this video game, so that people will make it big with esports.
Yeah, exactly.
Good strategy.
Yeah.
It's risky, but it might work out for 'em. Who knows?
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. So we ran through this list pretty damn fast
Because it was so big.
there's so much stuff.
It was so
like-
damn big.
It's so damn big. But I wish we could have stopped and touched on each of these a little bit more, but unfortunately we had to run down the list. Like, in terms of like sheer content, the PC Gamer thing like blew the other ones out of the water. But as far as like full explanation as to what is what, and as far as like what we personally are hyped for, they didn't blow the other ones out of the water. So far, Microsoft's still in the lead as far as like a quality showcase.
Yeah.
But the PC Gamer definitely had more shit to list.
What do you
Because
think?
look how fast we had to roll through this.
What was the winner for you for the PC Gamer thing? What got you? What got you excited?
The Portal with new gun, definitely without question. And It's not even close.
Turing test, yeah.
Turing test.
For me, it was super hot on the VR.
That was a close second.
It's perfect. It makes so much sense. It's like duh. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That's it.
Just adding in just the simple mechanic of being able to throw items between your hands, and being able to use both hands
Yeah.
for different weapons and for different like moves. Like you can like punch a guy and then like with your other hand, oh, there's a guy to your left. Stab him.
Yeah. That was dope. I really liked the way that was presented. And yeah, that was PC Gamer. We didn't light the world on fire, but there was a lot of it.
Yeah.
So you had that. All right, we're gonna definitely head off. We'll see you guys at Sony.
Yeah. You guys okay? See us over there on the Sony side, or on the Ubi side.
Ubi side, that's
yes,
right.
Ubi side. Ubi then Sony.
Ubi then Sony. All right.
Yes.
And we're gone.
Toodaloo.